Yeah, no, not too bad. Good to be in Brussels finally, and hopefully ready for a good competition tomorrow.
Yes, you've had a fantastic season. You're Olympic champion, had a silver medal. You ran a world record in the 3,000 meters. How do you look back on your season?
Maybe in a couple of days, I think it's time to do that. But no, it's I don't know. Haven't I'm very focused on the next competition and always try to do the training and the work that's needed to be well prepared for my next race. And my next race is tomorrow. So for me, that's what's up.
How difficult is it for you to keep on combining that 1,500 meter and 5,000 meter? Is it hard?
Depends how it goes. If it's if you're not able to perform the way you want, of course it makes it difficult to kind of get back on the horse and do it all over again. But I really enjoyed the competition, and I enjoy competing, as much as I can. So if I can do that in 1, 2, 3 events, it's the more the better.
You have, I think, good memories here in Brussels. Last year you broke a world record here. How do you feel for tomorrow? Are you up for something special?
Of course, I think I'm very excited. I feel pretty good. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to race tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good field and a good fight. Obviously, it's the last race in the Diamond League, so everybody needs to be well prepared and prepared to perform.
It will be indeed a strong field. How important is it for you to bring this trophy home?
For me, it's always very important to always do my best, and of course, if I'm able to do my best with the fitness that I know that I can have, of course, it's about winning, and it's always fun to participate in races where there's more at stake. So I'm excited for tomorrow.
You've become a father now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
With your baby. Does it give you more energy to run now as a father, or do you have a lot of sleepless night and is it sometimes difficult to have the energy to train and to compete?
No, I think it's a very nice thing. Not been a father for that long, but still been able to be home in Norway for a couple of weeks after Paris, and it's nice to be able to take part in something a little bit different than always going back and forth with training and competing. But at the same time, relatively speaking, we're professionals, so I get the sleep that I need and do my work and the job that's needed of me. And also thanks to my wife and my team around me that allows that to happen.
Well, thank you, Jakob. We're very happy to have you here with us in Brussels again, and we're looking very much forward to your competition tomorrow. So, voilà. If there are any other questions, it's up to you.
Norwegian TV here. What kind of race do you want tomorrow? What kind of pace do you want the pace setters to set?
I don't think that that matters. Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm prepared to win and do what it takes to do that. Of course, it's we'll have to see how it is tomorrow. If there's a lot of wind and bad conditions, then it's maybe not a good idea to run that hard from the front. But that's decisions that we as runners needs to make, even in the race itself, to make good decisions and make sure that we're at our best to be able to win.
A little more nerdy question. During a calendar year, when will you say your threshold pace is the highest?
That's a very difficult question to answer. I'm a very good runner at threshold, and I've been doing a lot of work around threshold my whole life. So I don't think it varies too much. But maybe from January until December. Somewhere in between.
Hi, I'm from TBS, Television Network in Japan. So could you please share your thought or comment for the Atlantis Championship that will be held in Tokyo next year, please?
My thoughts for next year? Yeah. I was lucky to be able to participate in the Olympics in Tokyo, but of course under the circumstances it was difficult to kind of get the whole experience. So I'm very much looking forward to competing again next year in Tokyo. Maybe you know, experiencing the people and the culture and the city a little bit more. And of course I have some good memories from Japan, so looking forward to get back.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, from the Olympic Channel. You now hold 3 world records, and you've spoken about wanting to dominate the sport all the way from the 1500 to the marathon distance. How many world records do you think it's possible to break, and what would it take to achieve that?
I think it's possible to break every record. Of course, it's there are world records for a reason, because it's the best performance by an athlete in the history. But we've seen it not only this year, but the last couple of years, that all the different records are beatable. But you can't just wake up and jump in a race and break a world record. So everything needs to be aligned, and you really need to, if you need to make a couple attempts, at least you have to make everything perfect. And I think at my best, and if I'm able to get a chance in many different events, I think I have a good shot of beating many of them. But it takes a lot of time and still a lot of work to be done to get there and have the opportunity in all different ones. Luckily, I've been able to beat a couple at not too many attempts. So it's a good start.
Hello, Jakob, from here. Andres Armero from Spanish Media Relevo. Do you, all these people we are thinking about, I don't trust internet, Twitter, and all these things normally, but are you going to run a half marathon on Sunday, like somebody is telling on social media? That's the first one. And the second one, with all these records you can beat, you aim as well the 3,000 steeplechase or not?
I'm focused on tomorrow's race and what I'm going to do in my season break. That I don't know, but I'm focused and well prepared. I believe for the race tomorrow. Been doing mostly specific work to the 1500 since beginning of May, so I think that's going to be good. And yes, the steeplechase is there. Was that you asked? Yeah. That's one of the records. I think it's a brutal event, but it's still about running strength and some finesse and different technique and tactics needed. But still, I think it's about the same principle, which is being a good runner. So I would love to make a good attempt at that as well.
Hi, Jakob, Norwegian Television. There are coming a half marathon on Sunday in Copenhagen. Will you attend there?
Du er norsk, sant?
Ja.
Ja. Hørte du ikke på han? Han spurte akkurat om samme.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna compete tomorrow first, and then what I do after that, I don't know.
Thank you.
Jakob, yeah, I was going to ask, funnily enough, about this half marathon on a Sunday that we hear you maybe are going to run, because we know you run 1500 very well. I'm going to change the question slightly, therefore, because it sounds like you're undecided. But can you tell us the sort of things you've been doing in training that make you think a half marathon is within your capacity at the moment? Because we know you're great at 15 and 3 and 5 at the moment, but a 10 even or a half marathon is very different.
Yes, but as I've mentioned and many people know is that I come from a philosophy that's based around strength and running a lot of mileage and doing a lot of work around threshold. But at the same time, that's really not something that's on my mind right now. I'm hopefully winning tomorrow and performing and doing a good race there. And what happens after that, I don't know.
Jakob, so many people would like you to break the 1500 world record in the Diamond League final. That would be a dream way to finish. You talked about the conditions. If it isn't windy tomorrow and the conditions are fine, what are the other factors that will determine whether you think it's a possibility tomorrow or not?
Other than conditions?
Yeah.
Fitness, pacing, splits, fitness, date of year maybe. No, I think it's there's always a chance of breaking records, but if there's something we know about the world records, is that it's not very easy. And of course, I would love to get as many shots at running fast as I possibly can, but still, it's about being realistic. And I think speaking so much about it kind of ruins the value of the world record, because is this the race? No, probably not. And then because it's not the world record that's easily beaten, as we've seen. It's statistically it's been impossible for many years. But there's always a possibility, but most likely not tomorrow.
Jakob, question. Of course, after Poland, you got a little bit sick, and you did finish second to Yard in Zurich. I'm curious how you're feeling now in terms of your health, and if maybe there was a little bit of motivation after getting second in Zurich to really go for the win here today or tomorrow.
I don't think I lack in motivation. I'm always very motivated to race and to compete, because that's what all the training and all the work that I put into this that's the reward. So but at the same time, it's not fun to do something when you feel a little bit extra tired or just a little bit off your game. But after a couple of days back home with getting calming down a little bit, it was a lot better. So I had a couple of good sessions and just stimulating a little bit on the track and doing some easy work outside of that. But I think it's I'm ready for tomorrow, and hopefully I'm gonna show myself from my good side.
Jakob here again. A couple of questions. When are you going to be over enough of the 1500? Once you beat the Elgarus record, is the right moment to move on to long distance runnings, or that's the first one? You beat the record of Elgarus, and because now the race is more open than ever. And the second question is, in terms of mentality, you seem a lot of now. Lot maturity in your. I don't know if being a father has changed something in your life, because your superclass response to your scare in Zurich the other day was great.
It's a very difficult question. It's like asking an athlete, when are you going to retire? Many athletes, they have to retire because of an injury, and they can't really decide for themselves when it's going to end. And for me, it's very much like that with the events. Is that I want to be able to compete in all the different events, and I want to win all these different titles and beat all these different world records in all different events. If I could, I would be a hurdler as well, but that's not possible. So it's I want to do this for as long as I can, because this is what I love. I love to compete, and I love to try to do something, and I feel like I'm in a very good spot to do so. But there's just this amount of time in the world, and if I'm going to do this or this, that I don't know. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I think I can perform quite well in the events that I compete in for many years in the future. So I will do that. What was the second one? That was the father. Yes. No, I don't think I've matured the last couple of weeks. No, I think it's I don't know. I'm just being myself and trying to do what I love the most, which is to compete, not necessarily talk to the press, but it's a part of the job. And but still, I'm just being honest and trying to do my part. I think it's the sport is growing, running is growing. It's getting a lot of new people, attending it and trying their best to, accomplish different things and breaking records. And I think it's very cool to be part of that, and that we can each other aspire each other to kind of break the limits and show that it's possible to run faster than we thought we could a couple of years ago.
Hey Jakob, just wanted to take you back to the world 3,000 meter record, Daniel Koeman's long-standing mark, of course. I mean, you didn't just break it, you smashed it. Where would you rank that in terms of career achievements? Because your facial expressions crossing the line said quite a lot. I think you were seemingly really kind of proud that you broke it by that much.
Yes, it was a very good race, and I felt very good. So all those things were there for me to run fast. At the same time, it's all about the perspective of who watches it and who experience it. For me, that record is it's very difficult to beat. Obviously, it's an extremely strong record because of the statistics of people who try to run fast and that distance. But for me, it's a very good fit with the amount of the distance and the pace itself. So of course it feels easier because it's so well suited. And if I go up against the 1500 meter world record, it's a much bigger challenge for me. So obviously, the bigger the challenge, the bigger it would feel to be able to break it. But again, that's all about perspective, and for me, that's how it is, and for some, it's very different.
Jakob, the young guy we saw winning in Berlin in 2018, the 1500 and 5000. 2 years later, he was stronger. 2 years after that, he was stronger. Now, 2024, you're stronger. But you're quite a data-driven athlete from training data, from what I can make out. Are you seeing improvements in that data from year to year still? And can we see do you expect to be a stronger Jakob Ingerbrigtsen next year and in 2026 and so on? So for that reason alone, because of cumulative training, will you be better in a couple of years' time?
Definitely. I think with our philosophy of working, it's all about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And eventually we thought it would stop to improve, and that the threshold pace and the pace that we can run for around an hour, which is kind of the definition, that would kind of hit a roof, not improve. But even if it's just marginal, it's still improving, and you can always be stronger. And if it's about recovery or all these different things, exactly what's improving, it's just the same training, doing it simple, running a lot of mileage at a lower intensity, and doing it year after year. And obviously I'm still improving. So of course I believe I can improve and be a lot stronger next year and the year after that. At the same time, it's important to not have major setbacks, because it's crucial to have that stimulation, week after week, month after month, year after year, for a longer period of time. And this year I think I was able to recover from the winter, because I've had so many years prior to that. But still, it's not a good thing. So I'm very much looking forward to obviously racing tomorrow, but still getting back to my work for the next couple of months and through the winter, to be a lot better prepared going into 2025.
Okay. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much, Jakob. Thank you for your time. And of course, we're looking very much forward to your race tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much.